Hello, everyone. I'm really glad you're here with me today. I genuinely care about how you're feeling each and every day, not just on the good days, but on those mornings when getting out of bed feels like the hardest thing in the world, and those evenings when your legs just don't want to do what you tell them to do anymore. Have you ever woken up and your knees are so stiff that you have to grab onto the dresser or the bedpost just to get yourself standing? Or maybe you've been sitting in your favorite chair watching the evening news or a ball game, and when you finally get up, your legs feel heavy, a little unsteady, and for just a split second, your heart jumps because you're scared you might lose your balance right there in your own living room. If any of that sounds like something you've been through, please know that you are not alone. Millions of us, retired teachers from the Midwest, grandparents down in Florida who love taking the grandkids to the beach, veterans who served this great country, and everyday people who spent decades working hard and raising their families are going through the exact same thing. Today, I want to talk with you about something that can truly make a real difference in your life. But first, let's do a quick, honest little check together. If you're able to, go ahead and gently stand up from your chair, then slowly sit back down. Just one time is plenty. Now think about that for a second. Did your knees feel stiff or achy? Did you hesitate even just for a moment before you stood up? Did you feel a little pressure, a twinge, or that tiny second of uncertainty when you sat back down? Go ahead and raise your hand if you felt any of those things. I can see a lot of hands, and that is completely okay. It does not mean you're just getting old or that nothing can be done about it. Here's something that most of us have never really been told. The real problem isn't only in your knees. Your knees are actually paying the price for a support system underneath them that has quietly gotten weak and stiff over the years. When the muscles in your calves and ankles lose their strength, and your ankle joints get tight from years of sitting more than moving, all of that extra pressure ends up landing right on your knees. That's why mornings feel so stiff, why your legs feel heavy and swollen by supper time, and why you sometimes feel a little wobbly when you stand up after watching TV or when you get out of the car at the grocery store. And what makes it worse is that we usually react in the most natural way possible. We move less, so we won't hurt ourselves. We sit longer in the recliner. We skip that short walk to the mailbox or around the block because we're afraid of falling. But here's the part that might surprise you. The less we move, the weaker our lower legs get, the less stable our joints feel, and the more that quiet little fear of falling grows inside us. It turns into a tough cycle that slowly takes away our confidence and our freedom. But I have some really wonderful news for you today. That cycle can absolutely be broken, and it doesn't mean you have to do hard workouts at the gym, buy expensive equipment that just clutters up your living room, or spend hours of your time every day. All it takes is 4 simple, safe, and gentle exercises you can do right at home in just 10 to 12 minutes a day. These 4 exercises were chosen very carefully with people our age in mind: standing calf raises, toe raises, heel-toe rock, and standing ankle circles. Each one strengthens a different part of the lower leg that directly supports your knees and helps take that extra load off of them. Let me walk you through each one slowly so you can picture yourself doing them comfortably right in your own home. First up, standing calf raises, and you'll do about 8 of these. Stand with your feet about hip width apart. Think about the width of a doorway to get a sense of that distance. You can lightly hold the back of a sturdy dining chair or rest your hands on the kitchen counter if you want a little extra support for your balance. Slowly lift your heels up off the floor, rise up onto the balls of your feet, pause up there for just a second like you're reaching for something on a high shelf, then lower yourself back down nice and slow. This exercise strengthens your calf muscles, which are the powerful shock absorbers of your lower body. When your calves are stronger, they help cushion the impact every single time you stand up or take a step. A lot of people notice that they can get up out of the chair more easily, and their legs just feel lighter by the end of the day. Second, toe raises. Keep your heels flat on the floor and slowly lift your toes upward as high as is comfortable for you, then lower them back down with control. The muscles along the front of your shins are ones that most people never even think about, but they play a really big role in safe walking. When they're stronger, your feet clear the ground better with every step you take. That means fewer little stumbles on rugs or on uneven sidewalks, more confident steps when you're walking to the mailbox or moving through the grocery store, and a whole lot less worry about your toes catching on something. Third, the heel-toe rock. Gently rock your weight forward onto the balls of your feet, then back onto your heels in a nice, smooth, rhythmic motion. Do this for somewhere around 30 to 60 seconds. This simple little move actually retrains your balance and teaches your body how to handle the everyday weight shifts that we all make without even thinking about it. The same kinds of adjustments you make when you turn around in the kitchen, step off the porch, or walk across the room. Over time, you're going to feel steadier and more sure of yourself in all of your daily movements. And fourth, standing ankle circles. Lift one foot slightly off the floor, or just keep your toes lightly touching the ground for a little extra support, and slowly draw circles with your ankle. Go in one direction first, then the other. This gentle exercise brings back flexibility in your ankle joints, gets your circulation moving better, and helps reduce that heavy, swollen feeling you get at the end of the day. A lot of folks tell me that their morning stiffness starts to ease up within the first week or two of doing this. Now, do you see how beautifully these 4 exercises work together? They don't just deal with the symptoms you feel in your knees, they actually rebuild the entire foundation underneath so that your knees finally get the support they've been missing. Here's a quick recap of what we've covered so far. The real issue isn't just your knees, it's the support system below them that has gotten weak over time. These 4 gentle exercises strengthen that system in a safe and simple way, right in your own home. Now let's talk about how to turn these exercises into an easy daily routine that fits naturally into your life. You don't need any fancy schedules or long drawn-out workouts. 10 to 12 minutes is all you need. Start with just 1 to 2 minutes of gentle warm-up. Simply stand in place and slowly shift your weight from one foot to the other, or take a few slow, easy steps around the room while you hum a favorite old song. This wakes your muscles and joints up nice and easy without any strain at all. Then move right through the 4 exercises in order. Standing calf raises 8 to 12 times, nice and controlled. Toe raises 8 to 12 times. Heel-toe rock 30 to 60 seconds. And standing ankle circles, 8 to 10 circles in each direction for each ankle. When you're done, go ahead and sit down comfortably. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths and maybe gently shake your legs out a little bit. And that right there is the whole routine. The real magic happens when you show up and do this almost every single day. Pick a time that already fits into what you're already doing, maybe right after you brush your teeth in the morning or during the first commercial break of your favorite evening show. Connect it to something you already do every day. Before you know it, it just becomes a habit without ever feeling like extra work. Some days you're going to feel stronger and you might want to do a few more repetitions. Other days you might feel a little tired or stiff, maybe because the weather changed or you just didn't sleep that great. And that is completely normal. On those easier days, just do fewer reps or slow things down a little. The most important thing is that you keep showing up for yourself. I have seen some truly heartwarming changes happen in people just like you. Mrs. Thompson, a retired school teacher up in Ohio, told me that after just 3 weeks, she could stand up from her recliner without having to grip the arms of the chair anymore. Mr. Garcia, a grandfather out in Arizona, said he's back to walking his little dog around the block every single evening without that old fear hanging in the back of his mind. And Mrs. Patel, out in California, shared that her legs don't feel heavy and swollen by dinner time anymore. and she's back to getting down on the floor and playing with her grandkids again. These aren't miracle stories. These are everyday people just like you who simply gave themselves 10 quiet minutes a day. My friends, the biggest change that happens often isn't even in your legs. It's in your mind and in your spirit. When you start feeling steadier on your feet, that constant little voice of worry that lives in the back of your head starts to fade away. You move through your home with more ease. You start enjoying the small, beautiful things in life again. A walk to the mailbox on a sunny morning, a visit with the neighbors, time spent with your grandchildren, or just standing in the kitchen making yourself a cup of tea without having to hold on to the counter. So let me ask you something, and I'm asking this genuinely from my heart. What would it mean to you to wake up one morning and realize that your body feels more like a trusted old friend again instead of something you have to constantly be careful around? What would it mean to move through your day with quiet confidence instead of quiet fear? Starting tomorrow, I want you to choose one time of day that works for you. Set aside just 10 minutes and do these 4 exercises. Then do them again the next day and the day after that. Give yourself 2 full weeks of gentle, consistent movement. You don't have to be perfect at it. You just have to begin. Your body has carried you faithfully through a long and beautiful life full of hard work, love, and so many wonderful memories. Now it's your turn to give a little bit of that kindness right back to it. I believe in you. I've seen with my own eyes what these simple steps can do for people just like you. You deserve to feel steadier, stronger, and more like yourself again, free to enjoy the golden years that you have worked so hard your whole life to reach. Thank you so much for listening today with such an open heart. Now go do one small kind thing for yourself tomorrow morning, because every single step you take is a step toward feeling better, moving easier, and living the rest of your days with more comfort and more joy. God bless you, and please take good care of that wonderful body of yours.